Charleston Battery kicks off preseason in just a few days, but before training camp starts, I got a chance to sit down and have a chat with Coach Mike Anhaeuser.
Oh, we're getting ready. Never refreshed though, because getting everybody sorted, getting the housing situation sorted right now, and the players starting to come in. It's exciting, but it's also a lot of work. Well, in the end, you always, if you win, you met the best expectation that you have going into a season, and that's what you want to win, a championship. And you have to be prepared for it, because if you're not, and you're not trying to advance, you're just going to settle for the middle of the road or maybe the bottom of the road, and that's not something that we want to do here. We're trying to, the ownership group wants to win championships. I want to win a championship, and I think every player that comes here knows that and feels that when they come in. That is something different. We won in 2010, and even in 2011, we got hit a little bit by that. The players, it is difficult because teams come in here and they're going to play harder. They're going to do anything they can to knock you off. To really ensure at the end of a season, you have to have the defensive unit in place. You have to have all things clicking on a defensive side, because if you give up a cheap goal in a game that matters, or a playoff game where winner goes home, you're not going to move on. It happens right from the moment that you finish. You start looking at the next season, and you have to start working at it. You have to start preparing for it. But the best part is when they get to come out here on this pitch and start playing. And on February 6th, which will even start next week a little earlier, because we'll have a few guys in, and they want to get out here and play. They don't want to sit around. You get tired of sitting around, and the best and most enjoyable time is when you're out here on the field, especially when the grass is this nice. If any coach tells you, being a player, you want to be a player as long as you can. Because when you get to play, you get to train every day. You get to go out on the pitch and play in front of the players. As a coach, it's different. I enjoy coaching, but I'll tell you what, you can never compare to being a player, because it's beautiful. It's a great opportunity for me to see players against the best competition possible in the United States. So we've been spoiled, or we're spoiled, because if a player's in here, and I don't always have all my players signed to contracts, if I bring in a trialist or a player that I'm looking at to sign, I see exactly what he has to offer against great competition. If you look at any team or any club or a championship, the best way to outdo yourself is to win it again.
Camp begins February the 8th, shortly followed by the Carolina Challenge Cup February 16th through the 23rd, where the Battery will be taking on MLS teams Chicago Fire, Vancouver Whitecaps, and Houston Dynamo. For Battery TV, I'm Danar Lucas.